Hello. Um, so I've made a cool thing. It is observerless thing. Ignore that wall. Doesn't have anything to do with this video at all. Um, so yeah, pretty cool thing. It is 540 blocks observerless. The solid blocks don't need to be solid. They're just blocks that need to be there. So let's flick it. Fast closing and not super fast opening, but it's not super slow either. Yep, did a cool thing where the triple circuit, well, it's kind of like a bad quad, but the thing that retracts those blocks and the thing that retracts those blocks is basically the exact same circuit, except this thing doesn't power on one of them and powers on the other. So that's quite cool. So I've just built one circuit for basically the whole door. Magenta is refire. This bit here is refire too, but there aren't any wall blocks, so they're not magenta. Pink is redstone block double, and then this dropper bit here goes into there, and what it does is when the double extends, just pushes redstone blocks down to there. Now, you might think that seems a lot bigger than it needs to be. When I built it, I thought, I don't know how to make it smaller. And after I finished, I thought of comparators, and then this is like 10 times smaller, which is annoying. Anyway, this is the double, but without the big bit. I thought it was quite smart. We can ignore this. I was making a sequence. So, what the double does, extends, push down, and then retracts. Push downs every time, but the first time there are pistons there, they're extended so it can't push them down. So yeah, that's what it does. The extension's quite simple, so that buds that's the updater. And then there's the updater there. What happens is when you power it, this line powers on, 2 ticks later that line powers on. Let's just ignore that for now. Wow, simple. And why does that update? Probably from a dust. But in the door I use an updater. Who knows why? Let's just use an updater. Anyway, so ignore these next videos, especially that. I shouldn't spoil it. So, sand, falling edge, monostable. So what happens? That retracts 2 ticks later, retracting at 1 block, and then this also retracts, falls down again, 1 ticking this, powering that, 2 ticks later, powering that, doing the retraction. Simple stuff. And then this is not what it is in the door, but it does the exact same thing. Does that. Then you have this thing, which is a pulse extender. Ta-da! So that's the pink circuit. Light blue is kind of the extension of the triple quad circuit. Dark blue is kind of the bit after the double. Orange is the closing. Yellow is the double extender. Yeah. Gray's inputs. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, so this is the smallest I could get it. Haha, fooled you. Haha, that bedrock was there for a reason. To hide this crazy thing I made like a second ago. And that cool thing. And stuff and stuff and stuff. 3, 7, 8 blocks. 3 layers shaved off here. Because my friend OGamerO showed me that you didn't need these double extenders. You can just bud the floor. I was so stupid. Anyway, so I I made this and I had an extra layer there and it was pretty easy. Then I shaved this layer and it took so long. Oh my goodness, it was horrible. Because of the refi, we literally had 6 blocks to build the refi circuit, which is what this bit does, by the way. Except I fitted it in here, so that's what these droppers are. I'll explain it in a sec. So let's flick this. Same yellow and orange, apart from a bit different there. Tiny bit different magenta and barely any difference. This bit's a bit different because before there was piston there, I didn't know how to power that without powering that dropper. So I just retracted the block. Because this dropper is different, because over here the toggle that decided whether it's going to be the triple extender or the quad was down here and powered this line. But over here it powers the top line, so yeah. Anyway, let's flick. This one might also be faster, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it definitely is. So yeah, pretty cool. Guess I can show a few times. Where's a good angle there? Might notice there are some weird, like, dead moves in the triple, and that's because it's just powering the quad circuit without powering this line, which is very, very handy. Anyway, onto the refire, which has no magenta, because there are no wall blocks in it. Actually, now that I think about it, those should be magenta, and over here. Well, I don't know. Anyway. Let's just say that's magenta for the heck of it. Because this does the refire, but it also powers to there, which is part of the yellow, but I'll colour code that. Anyway, this is cool circuit because so this blue circuit powers twice in the whole door, and that only powers once. Because there is an item in there, spoon, because 2 signal strength. Basically, this was really hard because I needed to fit a toggle, and I'm not great at dropper hopper stuff. And you couldn't put any droppers there. Like, no droppers anywhere there, which made it a pain. Well, you could, but they'd get butted by the grey and torches and things. And then there was a grey block here, but it's not powering anything directly, so could be a hopper. And so what I did was I made this circuit. That is it. Oh, it does. First powers, second doesn't. Now you might think, but there's no block there. Well, this repeater timing is synced enough with this repeater timing to basically do that. But you can power this before, and you can power this after, because hopper delay. So yeah, that's that. That took like half an hour for one dropper circuit. Oh well. So yeah, kind of cool. Oh, and this one is sandless, unlike this, which had the sand from there. And yeah, is that it? Yeah, this is sandless, cartless, entityless, mobless, all the lesses, nearly. So yeah, it's cool. If I was going to build a ceiling hipster, then I'd build this one. Well, unless I was using observerless, then That is something completely different, which I'm not going to try. So there we go. That's all I have today. Bye.